Hello and welcome back to Wednesday workout. Thank you for coming back, as always. Huge massive thank you for the support, I really do appreciate it. Now I'm using in this one, so Wednesday workout is purely mostly dyes, to be honest with you, although I am bringing in a little bit of hunky-dory in this as well. There's been an awful lot of die cutting, so I have done a lot of the preparation beforehand, so hopefully the video is not going to be running on for about 2 hours. But I'll show you all the bits I'm going to be using. So I am going to be using the Tiny Heart Scallop, which was the 3D embossing folder of the month from Spellbinders for December 24. Really pretty. This is an old cottage cuts die. It's still available, but you do have to look for it. But it's called Baby Clothes, and that's boy. This is a little die set that came from Amazon. I can find you the link if you are interested, but the only thing I used out of it was the little hangers. Then I'm going to be using Spellbinders shopping bags. That's S41142 by the looks of it. Yep, 1142. So I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using 3D shopping cart right facing. There is a left and a right facing, so you know, you pick what you like. They're usually, this one I bought on sale for about £5. And then I'm going to be using the Essential Stylish ovals. You can see how well I keep them. I need to find some kind of storage with a magnet for them. But that is what we're going to be using today. Now what I have done beforehand is cut one of my little stepper cards. So I have got the template for this on Facebook, YouTube and Pinterest. It's free. It's super easy to make. It's a piece of 6x12 card. I cut 1 inch in from 1 to 7 on both sides, then I score to the line at 1, 2 and 7, and across the middle of the card at 6, and that's going to make you a pretty little stepper like that. Super useful. Love that card. I have to say, hands down, out of all of the cards that I make, that is my favourite and my go-to. So like I say, what I've done is cut a load of these pieces out beforehand. So we've got shopping trolley, shopping trolley, shopping trolley, shopping trolley. Now there was some little bits for the bags. There is some different handles. I'm going to be using this round handle. And teddy bear, I think I might change that for a green teddy bear. And then I've got some little bits of clothes, which has come from that baby boy set. That's for the trolley. That's for the trolley. So I think what we'll do, first thing I want to do is put this bag together, because I want that to be glued so I can pop it inside the trolley. I'm going to be using my tacky glue for this. And so you cut out 2 of them, comes out like so. It's already scored for you. You just fold those little scores over, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue these down. Now if I had some tissue paper, what I would do is pop some in when I've made it up. I might have to look for some after the video and see if I can find some. I haven't got any to hand, but a little bit of pink or blue tissue paper. Just a little square shoved in so that it looks shoved in. That doesn't sound very pretty, does it? But just put in so that it makes it look like it's full of things. And then we can just come across. Actually, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the bottom piece there. And we can glue those together. And we're going to end up with a pretty little bag. And these papers that I've used, they are from Hunky-Dory, Duo Design paper pad. And it's called Pastel Plaids and Cheerful Check. Okay, and that's going to go together like so. And then we can just pop a little bit of glue on here. You can put ribbon in here if you wanted to, but I decided I wanted the matching handles. I'm just going to pop that in there, and I'm going to pop one on the inside as well on the other side, obviously making sure I've got the pattern the right way. not so much, it's not as hard on the other side, because what you can do is just pop that in. Nobody's going to see those little holes. But if I pop that in like so, just going to give that a little press down for that glue to catch. And then I'm just going to pop my tool in there and in there, and then we can set that aside. So it is going to go in my trolley, so you're not really going to see a lot of it. But there's our little shopping bag made up. These bits, those are the alternative handles. I'm not going to use those. Okay, so next let's come to the trolley. So I've got some bits falling out there, so I can use that for the back piece and hide the bag. And I think these bits are supposed to go on the sides. So let's just give those a little fold over. And fold over. So I'm guessing this piece is going to go at the back. That's the way, because it's got the angle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pop a little bit of glue on here. Might have to hold this for a minute, or we might be able to clamp it with our little tweezers. And of course it's mirror card, so it's going to show every bit of glue. Put that in, put that along there. Okay, and then this one here, do we have to maybe cut that down? I'm guessing we have to cut this one down because it's the smaller side, and it has got a mark on it, so I'm assuming there. And I've got another pair of my little clamping scissors, 2 hands. So remembering that this is going to be on the back, it's probably going to be better if that glues from behind. There we go. I'm just going to put that little reverse tweezers on there while that's going off. These are the bottom pieces. So I'm going to go with this. You've got 2 sort of thicknesses, I think. So go with this wider one because you've got that bag to put in. See, how are you doing? Are you stuck quite nicely? You are. There, let's just put that. Obviously once this is fully dry we'll be able to get that glue off, no problem at all, because it's only PVA glue. And I'm just going to, while that other piece is sitting, we'll just work out how this piece goes on. Maybe that should go up a little higher. I wonder if that's still going to move. It is. Let's go up a little higher. I think that's. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off one side. It's not quite going in how I thought it was going to. So if I cut off one side, it just means there's just going to be a little bit less glue on one side where that tab is. that in. Hold that down. First time I've ever made one of these up, so it's bound to be messy the first time. There we go. And then hopefully we can tie all of these together, and I'm going to pop. It's not stuck down very well. Let's put that in. Pop that down. Come on now. Just going to use my tweezers just to hold that for just a second, just let that glue take. It's okay, so now it's just this one. Okay. Right, okay, so I think it should be okay. So now what I'm going to do is pop, so this is going behind, so I want some glue on the inside of there and on the outside of there and there. Okay. Let's try doing that piece first of all. Okay. And then we should be able to come round and pop that in. It's all looking a bit. Gotcha. And what I'm going to do is pop those in there to hold my little cart together. I'll worry about the bottom in a minute. So we'll let that set for a second. Now if I bring the photo in of the cart, so this piece goes on underneath there like so, but we can pop the wheels on. So just going to pop a little bit of glue on there and there, and we can pick those up. They can be setting for a minute. I've also got two handles. Now, I'm not sure if I want, we'll see how those go on in a minute, but I have got a little black piece to go on there. They may have had to go on beforehand, we will see. Let's just pop a little bit of glue on here and here. And this is going to be the time consuming bit, guys, so apologies about that. That's the two handles. There is also a little black bit here. What I'll do, while we're just giving that a bit of time to settle, got some clothes here, so a couple of teddy bears. I've got some hangers, so I want to put clothes on the hanger. There is some little pieces to decorate these clothes. Oh, there's a tag to go on the bag. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pop this little piece onto here, and there we go, this little piece onto here. We have, I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of these little rompers, but I want to make them up just in case. So we're going to have our little yellow pocket on there. We're going to have a little green pocket on there. Now there was, here is, that's my sentiment I'm going to be using. So we have some little straps here, and little, what's going on the wall? Stay still. Little straps here. Let's pop those on. So obviously I'm just putting the green on the yellow on the green. Onto there. Pop some to there, and we can take it even one step further. Just popping out these little buttons. Just going to touch that there. And then pop those on there. It is a dry clear glue, so you won't see any of this sort of mess. And then we'll do the same with the little yellow buttons. We've lost one. Where did that other one go? Ah, behind. Panic moment. Forward again. One goes there, one goes on there. Okay, so we've got those made up, they just need to go on a hanger. And then these ones, they've got buttons as well. So again, a little bit of glue. Yep. Pop one on there. On there, and these ones on here. So this is a kind of baby card where I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if I said this already, you know, if you're not entirely sure what they're having, girl or boy, and then I need to pop these onto the hangers. So what I'm going to do is just pop glue on the back there. Oops, might need to use my tweezers again. Another pair here. There we go. Let's borrow you because you should have set by now. Oops, don't know quite why I decided to throw that. Just pop a little bit on the shoulders. time to dry. And then what I'm going to do is steal these ones. It's looking pretty good at the minute. A bit messy with the glue, but it will be fine. Onto there, and this one again. Here, hopefully this one's okay. So we've got our little clothes on our little hanger. We've got our wheels, more clothes. We've got some little socks. I'm not using that. That will be in our trolley. Okay, let's have a little look at our trolley now. Now again, put that in. I'm guessing the worst thing I could have done this in was silver. But that's all we have here in the UK is silver. Silver trolleys, silver carts. Okay. So, quite happy with that now, I think. That is coming on. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is glue this piece to the back of our trolley. So we've got our little arms going up and that piece comes on there, so just going to pop a little bit of glue on there. Probably would have been smarter to put it on there. And I'm going to pop our little trolley on like so. Okay, and then I need to figure out these handles. So they go a long ways. So let's pop that on there. Put that one down. And then this one needs to go on that inside. Let's get that one stuck down first, give that a little hold. It's all a bit precarious. Okay, so now that one's on, I think what I need to do is put this one on, but I am going to need to clamp that. And then since I've pretty much done all of my other elements, let me borrow these. We can leave this to sit while we go ahead and do our other pieces. So I'm just going to nudge that into place. There we go. Pop that one to there. Just going to pop that to the side. We'll let that set. So now what I need to do, there's just one little bit of embossing I need to do. There we go, we've got all of our little clothes. That one, let's not forget that one. Oh, there's this little bit to go on the trolley as well. Let's do that before we forget. So this goes just in this corner. I've just done it in black trim to match the other pieces. There we go. And we'll put that back. Okay. So I've done already all of my layers for my card. Just put that for a sec. For this bottom piece, it's 1 by 6. So I've just taken 2 notches off that. So 2 notches off the 6, 2 notches off the 1. And then I've gone down 2 notches again in the green. Then I've used these are 1 by 5, So I've taken 2 notches off that. So it's 2 notches off 5, 2 notches off 1, and then we've gone to 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/4 for that one there. Then I've also already cut a background mat, which is a 4 by 5, and then I've come in with the same check but in the blue, so bringing in all the colours, blue, pink, green and yellow. And then I've used those ovals, which is, I think it's the essential ones, yeah, essential stylish ones. I've done a matte in silver and I've done one in yellow, but what I want to do is bring in these scallops as a background. So I want that on there, and I also want it on here as well. Thinking maybe if I do it that way, what way will those hearts be? I would do it that way. It will just taper off at the ends, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in. I've got my 2 plates from the Gemini. That's going to go through. I'm hoping it's not going to crack the Adorable Scoreable, which is what I've used there. So all of the greens, this is all Adorable Scoreable as well. It scares me when it makes a racket coming out the other side. Okay, so we've got that perfect there, and those as well, perfect. Okay, so let's get these on while everything else is drying nicely for us. Let's start with this one first, and I am going to be using some Collal all-purpose glue. I think these smaller bits I might use my tape pen rather than my tacky, just because it's a quicker stick. It just helps me move on to the next part a little quicker. If I pop that open just a little bit, so we've got a trolley over there. Okay, and then we've got our green, which we use these dots again, and you can see the pressure of that 3D embossing folder has just made that cardstock curve, but it will go onto here quite nicely and straighten out. There we go. Then I'm gonna use my tacky. This is a bigger piece, so it'll be fine. I really do like using my Hunky Dory dotty tape pen, permanent tape pen, permanent dots tape pen. But I've only got 1 refill, so just being a little bit careful with it. So because this is paper, I'm going to use the dots on this rather than the tacky glue, because the tacky glue can make it bubble up a little bit. And you're not going to see a lot of this because obviously we're going to have that beautiful oval on there, that stylish oval. It's just going to bring in, oh there goes Henry. It's just going to bring in that colour again. Okay, so just keeping on going with these colours. And you could use the other side, which is a nice purple check, but there's a lot of nice colours in that pad. That Duo design pad is one of my favourites. Mind you saying that, every new one I get is one of my favourites, to be fair. There's that one. And then this one. Those colours coming together quite nicely. Okay, that's what we're looking at the moment. Very pastel. So I think I'm going to use all 3 glues on here. just because it is quite curved. I'm not sure which one is going to hold it best. Probably the construction. I'm going to pop that on to that centre, and I'm going to pop this onto some 1mm foam pads. I might need to just grab a few more. Yes, I have. Okay. These are the Fix-It ones. So just making sure that's not moving at all. Okay. And then I'm just going to use some tacky glue just to give me a little bit of wiggle room time to get this into position. I think that's good. Okay, now we have our little trolley or cart. And this is going to come in, but before I do that I want to do some gluing behind it. So these are just going to hang over the front of it. This is probably going to come, I don't know, somewhere down the bottom. But we have teddy bear. We have our bag to go in. I was thinking of having our teddy bear coming over the edge of the bag. Maybe like that. Originally I was going to do this peach one, but it just molds in too much to that bag. We could, let's do a little bit of surgery. There we go. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on his legs, and rather than having him come over, I'm going to have him underneath there. No, we've gone with the back side, which is wrong. We need to go with the front side. There we go. So we've got our little in there. I think we'll go with some, oops, can't pick them up, socks. Pop some socks on the front here. So I want it to look like everything is piling up in here. Like I say, a bit of tissue paper behind would be fantastic. And then bib, I think, could go behind. Just have to be a little bit careful because those tweezers is only paper, so don't want it to sort of rip it. Okay, let's pop another little bit of glue on there. Maybe I should have gone with the glue dots. Or maybe I'm just not leaving it long enough. Okay, so we've got those bits there. I think we'll leave that one. We'll leave our little peach bear. So these I think I might pop inside our trolley. Will people be able to see what they are? Maybe not. Right, let's see how we're going to pop our trolley down. So it is looking a bit messy on the back, but nobody is going to see that. Pop some glue all along where those bigger areas are. I'm going to glue that little handle down. Now come in, give it a little press. Just hold that for a couple of seconds while that goes off. Okay, stick you down. Go on, down you go. And it is going to be a little harder to adhere because of that embossing folder, but it will it will go, whether it likes it or not. There we go. And these wheels are going quite nice anyway. Just give that a little press down. Just put another little bit of glue there. Sometimes when you've been holding the other bit so long, the glue sort of wears off in that space, but we've glued it successfully at the bottom and at that handle and at this left hand side. It's just this front side here that's popping a little bit. So while I'm just holding that down, I might come in with some little blue gems to match the sentiment. Okay, that's set now. So let's come in. So this should now be perfect. So I can pop some glue on the back. And I'm just going to pop that into my trolley. That should glue down. Should have used a different colour for the back so I can hardly see those little socks, but the green bits look lovely. And then what I'm going to do, what we do in here, I don't know if it's the same elsewhere, but we quite often hang smaller bits of clothes off the side of our cart. Trolley. And there. Oops. There you go. Take a bit off my hand. There we go. So these should settle down. And this one I'm not going to put on the trolley. I'm going to pop up here. So that one's still on the shelf. Thinking about that one. Actually, I might pop that up. That will stick a bit easier then. So just a little 1mm foam pad. Pop it off. Now we'll pop that one up there, like so. So you can see this one is not going to go into a normal envelope, so it would have to be something with a bit of dimension. And then we want our little sentiment, which I think is going to be, let's come to the left a little bit. Shush, big noise. Here we go, let's put it the right way up. An Irish baby. That one there. And I'm just going to come in with some gems. Alive. Put a little bit of glue there because it didn't seem to be too happy about it, did it? There we go. Put that one in there. That one in there. And then on this side, I'm going to go with 3. 1, 2. Okay, and that's going to be my finished little card. Not the easiest crafting session, I have to be honest. Oh, I've got a little tag there as well. Oh, and another thing I was going to do. going to do a little bow, a little blue bow, but I don't think it really needs it, so I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to leave the tag off as well. Okay, so that's the finished little card. Like I say, I've sort of thought of in mind of somebody who doesn't know what type of baby they're having yet, or you know, not that close to the family that you're in the inner circle where you get to know these things, but you want to have a card ready. But you've got that nice little stepper card there. Like I say, it needs a little bit of glue there. What I'll do is I'll wait till everything's set, and I will pop a little bit under there, and I'll give that Miri a little wipe over as well. But you could mix the colours up. If you do know what the baby is, you could go with your blues, your pinks, and mix it up. But hopefully you enjoyed that. If nothing else, just to see someone struggle with little pieces like yourself. They're not the easiest bits to work with, but it's worth persevering because you do get some lovely results with them. So thank you so much for watching today. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.